All right, this is the district checkmark test for science. There's 18 questions. Be sure you're circling your answers on the booklet, but you're also bubbling it in on the Scantron or the bubble sheet. If you need to pause, fast forward, rewind, you can do that at any time. All right, number one, you can also use your periodic table. Number one, pure substances that are composed of only one type of atom are A, mixtures and can be represented by two or more chemical symbols. B, compounds and can be represented by two or more chemical symbols. C, alloys and can be represented by one chemical symbol. Or D, elements and can be represented by one chemical symbol. Number two, sodium, or NaCl, or table salt, is considered a compound rather than an element. Why is this true? F, salt will not dissolve in water. G, salt does not react with any other substance. H, salt is one pure substance represented by a chemical symbol. Or J, salt is a combination of two pure substances represented by a chemical formula. Number three, a student made the table below to record his observations when mixing baking soda and vinegar in a beaker. It has his observations before over here and his observations after he mixes over here. Before he mixes, he observes that vinegar is a clear liquid and that baking soda is a white solid. After he mixes them, he observes that the liquid remains a clear color, that bubbles form, and that the remaining solid settles at the bottom. The question says, the best evidence for the formation of a new substance is the observation of the A, solid dissolving, B, permanent color change, C, bubbles forming, or D, liquid remaining clear. Number four, which of the following is not a chemical change? F, fire burning paper. G, sugar dissolving in water. H, rusting metal. Or J, baking cookies. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip the page. If you need to stop and rewind and go back to any of the other ones, you can. If you're ready, you can move on with me. Number five, below is a picture of a carbon chain. What makes this carbon chain a compound? And you can see that it's a picture. We have some of the circles have an H, and that is a hydrogen atom. Some of the circles have a C, which is a carbon atom, and then the line represents a bond. It says, what makes this carbon chain a compound? A, it's very long and complex. B, it cannot be broken down into a simpler substance. C, it contains only one type of element. Or D, it contains two or more different elements. Number six, the most abundant element in the universe is hydrogen, which is F, an impure substance with the chemical symbol capital H, lowercase y. G, a pure substance with the chemical symbol lowercase h. H, an impure substance with the chemical symbol capital H, lowercase e. Or J, a pure substance with the chemical symbol capital H. Number seven, Mary's mother has a perfect diamond she wants to put into a necklace setting. If diamonds are made of only carbon, then what can Mary determine? A, a diamond is an impure substance that cannot be represented by a single chemical symbol. B, a diamond is a pure substance that can be represented only by the chemical symbol capital C. C, a diamond is a pure substance that can be represented only by the symbol capital C, lowercase a. Or D, a diamond is a diamond is an impure substance that can be represented by the chemical symbol capital D, lowercase I. All right, if you need to pause and go back to one of the questions on this page, you can. If not, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Number 8. Carbon dioxide, or CO2, is a compound with molecules that consist of one carbon atom and 2 oxygen atoms. Why is carbon dioxide a compound and not an element? F. Carbon dioxide consists of more than one pure substance. G. Carbon dioxide contains multiple oxygen atoms. H. Carbon dioxide is a gas. J. Carbon dioxide consists of more oxygen atoms than carbon atoms. Number 9. A student puts 2 ice cubes in a beaker and heats it over a hot plate. He observes that the solid cubes become liquid. Which is the correct explanation for the observation? A. A chemical change occurred because the solid melted. B. A physical change occurred because the solid melted. C. A chemical change occurred because the solid was heated. Or D. A physical change occurred because the solid was heated. Number 10. A student entered the following chart in his science journal. We have living matter, solid earth, and the atmosphere. Which element could correctly replace the question mark on the chart? So there's a question mark right here. F. O for oxygen. G. Na for sodium. H. H for hydrogen. Or J. He for helium. All right, if you need to pause and go back to one, you can do that right now. Otherwise, I'm going to flip the page and go on to the next one. Number 11. Which element that is essential for human life is found in large amounts in both Earth's atmosphere and oceans, or the hydrosphere? A. Helium. B. Silica. C. Oxygen. Or D. Calcium. Number 12. Students are labeling the illustration with the elements that are the most abundant in the example. Which list of elements best labels the illustration of living matter? F. Oxygen, sulfur, and hydrogen. G. Carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. H. Sodium, hydrogen, and oxygen. Or J. Phosphorus, sodium, and sulfur. All right, I'm going to go ahead and flip to the next page. Number 13. Which processes above can be used as evidence to identify the formation of a new substance? So this gives us the process and the characteristic. So process A is salt or sugar dissolves in hot water. B, the formation of a precipitate. C, temperature change. D, adding food coloring to cake icing to change the color. E, gases released as vapor or bubbles. And F, chemicals in fireworks explode into brilliant colors and give off smoke when exposed to a flame. And you're trying to decide which process above can be used as evidence to identify the formation of a new substance. A says process A, B, C, and D. B says processes B, C, E, and F. C says processes B, C, D, and F. And D says processes C, D, E, and F. Number 14. The table below shows the characteristics of the element boron. It says the element boron is found in meteoroids. It's brittle. It's got a metallic luster. It's a good conductor of heat. It's a poor conductor of electricity. Boron is most likely F, a nonmetal, G, a metalloid, H, an alloy, or J, a metal. All right, if you're ready, I'm going to go ahead and flip the page. Number 15. Which of the following statements is true about metals and nonmetals? A, Most metals can be drawn into a wire, while non-metals would break apart. B. Most non-metals can be drawn into a wire, while metals would break apart. C. Most metals and non-metals conduct electricity well, but metals cannot conduct heat. Or D. Most metals and non-metals conduct heat well, but non-metals cannot conduct electricity. Number 16. A certain element exists at room temperature as a brittle solid. When tested, it's a poor conductor of electricity. This element is most likely classified as F, a noble gas, G, a metalloid, H, a nonmetal, or J, a halogen. Number 17. A student is trying to classify an unknown solid grade material as a metal or nonmetal. Which question will best help the student classify the unknown material? A. Does the material feel hard to the touch? B. Is the material malleable or ductile? C. Does the material feel rough or smooth? D. Will the material float in water? Silicon is an element that has a blue-gray metallic luster. It's good thermal energy conductivity and is a very hard and brittle crystalline solid. Silicon is most likely considered a F metal, G metalloid, H nonmetal, or J compound. All right, if you need to go back to any question, feel free to do that now. If not, you can just pause this video. Please don't X out of it. Keep it up on the computer paused, and make sure your bubble sheet is filled in. Thanks.